Welcome to the Yellow Brick Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to react to a video that I've never seen before, obviously. TikTok debate culture is demonic. I'm curious what all that means. I know really nothing about this. I just know Silver put it in the philosophy channel on my Discord, which you should join too, by the way. Please join. All opinions are welcome. And before I get to that, also, please share, support, and donate to all the links in the description box. They're charities. It's not for me, so please make your donations if you want to. Only if you want to. Or just read the story and share it with someone. Please do that. And obviously this video will be linked, so you can look at it on your own and watch it and rabbit hole and yada, yada, yada. Let's fucking go. Here is, what's his name? I didn't get his name. Broken Ruune with TikTok debate culture is demonic. Let's find out what it is. Here we go.
TikTok debate culture is demonic, and I'm not saying that they chant Enochian over goat skulls, but if you spend any time on TikTok Live, especially the politics and religion side of things, you'll see something rather sinister. You're not going to see mutual discussion trying to come to a middle ground, but you'll see lost souls trapped in a sort of purgatory where the goal is to humiliate one another for blood sport. Now, the more time you spend watching this, you see there's layers to this hell. So today I'd like to discuss the 3 tiers of TikTok debate demon. The first tier
So we should be well aware of the phenomenon. We've seen it, heard about TikTok, just all social media of kind of the blood sport debate bro culture. So that was my guess, by the way, like leading into this. That was my guess of where he was going, but let's hear him explain his, I guess, archetypal nature of debating on TikTok. Here we go.
Discuss the 3 tiers of TikTok debate demon. The first tier I call imps. In demonology, imps are pathetic lesser demon. They're not grand princes of darkness. They're not powerful fallen angels. They're small, bitter, restless little creatures that suffer in the depths of hell just as much, if not more, than the souls of the damned. That is the energy of the lowest tier TikTok debate stream. So let's take a look at an example.
The majority of white culture in America is literally lying, cheating, stealing, taking stuff from other people, land theft, colonization, domestic colonization, and to include, near extermination of the Native Americans and enslavement of people. That's literally part of the culture. Part of the culture is racism. Now, within the context of all of that, there have been some good things that have been done.
I know y'all can hear me on this device. I know y'all motherfuckers can hear me on this device.
Is that Biden?
Scathe. You're not going to do that.
When I'm speaking and I mute you so you can't speak over me, stop interrupting me or I'll just drop you.
The imps usually congregate on streams where the host...
So that looks like Twitter Spaces / Discord, kinda. That looks like Discord. But I guess this is how TikTok's UI looks like, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine what can happen there. But all right, here we go.
Interrupting me or I'll just drop you.
The imps usually congregate on streams where the host's face is absent, and the entire live is just a ChatGPT generated title card with an outrageous prompt like the one we have here. Then the stream fills up with 8 panels of unemployed millennials and Gen Xers arguing about literally nothing for hours on end.
Oh my God.
Chattel slavery, and you can search this up, has never existed anywhere else except for in the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, chattel slavery. Listen, chattel slavery is
like
using slaves for labor and for torture.
There may be anywhere from 10 to 50 viewers watching, which I liken to the souls of the damned in hell, as the imps bicker in the most petulant, juvenile, schoolyard way imaginable. You will watch a 37-year-old man with no bed frame argue with a 14-year-old about abortion for 2 hours. You will watch a 32-year-old woman scream about theology while her child is in the background saying, "Mommy, I'm hungry." And when you watch this tier of TikTok Live, the only question is, who is this for? It's not for the viewers. There barely are viewers. It's not for truth. Nobody's learning a thing. It's not for persuasion because nobody is convincing their opponent of anything. And it's not really even for entertainment, unless your idea of entertainment is watching spiritually malnourished adults have a digital food fight. It seems to be a compulsion, like they're
Where's Harrison at? We need Harrison in there.
Like they can't help it. Like it's some strange symbiotic relationship where they bite at each other's ankles all night long and somehow derive meaning from it. Such is the position of the imps. The second tier is the Malachians. The Malachians are more
Moloch?
dangerous
That's
because
an
they
owl.
actually have charm and skill. They know how to perform, they know how to bait, they know how to ask questions in a way that makes the other person look stupid. These streamers are big enough that it becomes a real job for them. They can make serious cash, they can build a loyal audience,
God
but they're
is sad,
still
prove
niche
me
enough
wrong.
that they're not shaping culture in a broad mainstream way. They are the kings of a very specific room, and that room is usually full of people waiting to watch some random idiot get sacrificed. This happens here where the whole thing starts becoming genuinely Darwinistic. A prime example is
So, like, call-in
Deconstruction
shows,
Zone.
or-
DZ, as we'll call him, is a former
That's background music is
evangelical
killing me.
atheist polemicist.
Well, we got our first guest. How you doing, Mark?
I mean, that is just a stereotype right there, right?
What?
Evangelical turned atheist, skeptic type guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, okay.
That's a
Destruction
throwback.
zone. Sorry, deconstruction zone. But you know what? Change it. Hey, my man, change it to destruction zone. Change it to that instead.
Destruction zone.
If you're gonna go full tool bag, let's just go full. Just go all the way, man.
Cool. No bed frame, huh? It's like, damn, man. I've never heard that before.
You can hear there's like a half comedy thing happening here with this guy, and it's hilarious. It's like a video essay with like stand-up comedians like writing in the background, basically. But all right, here we go.
Atheist polemicist.
Well, we got our first guest. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for asking. Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Do you think that the biblical God is all good?
The music, bro.
How are you defining good?
The right
Well, my
there.
I'm
I'm not
good
sorry.
is
I'm not
based
trying to be fucked
on,
up. This reminds me of that conversation we had with Amy's friend. The last time I think I spoke to Amy. Remember that guy who came in? Who just kind of came in really hot. Yeah.
Sorry,
that's
James, but his
that's what
name
I'm
is
getting.
James.
Maybe he's an imp. Oh
Huh?
yes, his name was James.
Oi, how you doing, faggots? Like, who are you?
He's like, "Are you Christians?" It's like, okay. Yeah.
Well,
anyway.
we James
Good
don't
reminds me of.
recognize him. We James don't recognize him.
Okay.
The James
Okay.
conglomerate does not associate.
No,
with
we
such
don't,
He can be a
individuals.
Jimmy. He can be a Jimmy.
No,
There you go.
no. We don't recognize the.
It's just weird. It's just It's
The Jays
bizarre.
don't recognize him. Thank you.
it's quite bizarre where that guy was
You
going.
didn't have to deal with him, so. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh,
But that's what it's giving
in a
me
way.
right now. Like,
No, I deal with the wrath, definitely.
whatever.
I spent the first 30 minutes just making fun of the guy, and I'm like, all right, let me hear you out. What do you got to say, man?
I know you.
and
Let
he
me take you to
couldn't.
school. Okay, let me take you to school. All right, let's go.
Yeah, it didn't.
Pompous? Who you think you are, huh?
Just someone just coming in here doing that. I'm just like, who are you?
Not ready. It's
I had to clown him a little bit.
Are you Christian? It's like more Christian than you.
Yeah, I know. I could
Like, oh,
literally make that claim. And Amy can't do nothing about it either. He's like, fuck. I can't say nothing.
She couldn't even defend him. Her stupid ass friend. Anyway, she couldn't. There was no defense. She was like, "Well, I don't defend what he just did." But that's your friend. Like, I don't know. It's whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, here we
Shout
go.
out to Amy.
you have a bed frame? Huh?
Is God all good? Here we go.
Shout out to
God
Cole's
is all
cardigan.
good.
The way the guy pauses, it's like,
How are you defining good?
Well, my definition of good is based on does he always do good things? So, for example, can a person be all good if they do things that are not good?
Well, God's not a person, so again, how are you applying good to it?
Well, according to the Trinity, he's three persons in one, so...
His entire shtick is luring in the lowest common denominator of theist, and then
The
asking
picture.
them some version of, if God real, why baby get cancer? And then letting the audience feast, while the guest tries to defend a Fisher-Price concept of God.
Who committed the crime against Uriah the Hittite?
In that story, I don't know the full story of that. So
I
right
know,
now,
these Christians never read the Bible. The crime was against Uriah the Hittite. David committed that crime, not David's wives. The fact that David's newly born child gets punished and then 10 of his wives get punished is ridiculous.
why do you think that happens?
Because God is a monster.
The entire thing is a ritual sacrifice.
God is real, but
it's all
he's-
about frame control.
but he's a
You
he
must
and he's a
only
monster.
argue for the exoteric version of God, not the mysterious, terrifying, and awesome God of mysticism. The guest is forced to prove the existence of a man in the sky, while the viewers
Exactly.
feed on his humiliation.
Exactly.
That is the trap. God is reduced to a humanoid sky lord. The believer accepts that reduction because his own theology is usually Sunday school literalism. Then DZ gets to dismantle the cartoon version of God in front of an audience already trained to laugh at anyone who still has contact with the sacred. And that's what's funny about DZ. He is an atheist, but he's literally doing black magic, and it's working. I don't mean he's lighting candles in a basement and chanting Latin. I mean black magic in the deeper symbolic sense. Magic, as defined by the Western esoteric tradition, is the use of will, speech, symbol, and ritual to manipulate reality. Magic isn't some Harry Potter shit where you're shooting lightning bolts out of wands. It's using symbolism, intuition, and raw consciousness to influence those and the world around you. And DZ does that in spades. Think about it. He creates the summoning circle, being the TikTok live stream. He summons the offering, being the guest. He controls the symbolic and mythic weather of the room. He lets the audience function like a congregation of hungry spirits waiting for blood to hit the floor. The guest's humiliation becomes bread. Literally, he takes a naive believer and transmutes their embarrassment into money.
Oh, look at the bread.
That is magic. It doesn't stop being magic because the magician calls himself an atheist. That may be the funniest and most revealing thing about these people. They think because they reject religion that they've escaped ritual, but they have not. They've simply become unconscious ritualists. They still use incantation and symbols. They still gather a crowd around an altar. They just replaced the altar with a live stream interface and the sacrificial lamb with some random moron whose only interaction with theology was Sunday school literalism and a Facebook meme about Jesus. The
This is not bad so far. This is not bad at all. Now, I believe I've quasi-engaged. Remember the... Fuck. What was he? The Aussie guy? What was that Discord I joined? Because it goes like, oh, these guys really debate over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And it's like...
Julius.
Now, you guys weren't there when I was saying this to them. It was the idea, like, The Matrix is cool as a movie. Like, it's cool no matter what avenue, what walk of life. If you've seen The Matrix, it's cool to you, probably. Most likely, right? And I probably, hey, man, there's a lot of Christian Jesus iconography within this film, like, blatantly there. And they would, not everyone, but some were still denying that potentiality or that being possibly a part of their film when it's like clear, it's obvious. Right?
Obvious.
It's obvious.
I don't know.
And yeah, I think they're used to like that style of debate bro shit of what this guy's talking about. Essentially, that's what it smelled like, right? They're trying to trap you with intellectualisms of trolley car experiments and shit like. But like, hey, guys, can we base this in the world at all? Like, just on reality itself. Once again, I use hypotheticals, I use thought experiments all the fucking time, but I'm aiming at trying to paint a picture about what actually happens in the world, right? Versus, or what's actually happening underneath the world, right? In the psyche and the soul, whatever you want to call it. But they were looking for kind of gotchas, and I refused to budge on them. I refused to budge on them.
They were, and then they went on my blog on Medium, because I think I had it on my description or something on my Discord back in the day. And then they went and like they were responding to some of the things that I had written, and some of them were just spelling error things and grammar corrections. I'm like, this is the pettiest shit. I'm like, I don't have an editor, okay? This is just me. So you spelled that wrong.
Sounds like an excuse.
Okay.
Fuck? The pseudo-intellectualism. That's what a lot of the bloodsport debate bro shit was. It was a lot of pseudo-intellectualism, in my opinion. Real intellectualism actually applies to something. You're trying to use it for something, not just to outwit or outsmart or, confuse someone you're debating on the internet somewhere. Why does it get to the, hey, what's the truth? What's the real thing we can get to? Right? Which is probably why, honest to God, the way people debate. And I wouldn't say I would never do this again. It's just with all that stuff after like experiencing it, like upfront experiencing it, it's like, oh, this is lame, and I stopped doing it. Right? I used to, challenge motherfuckers to debates all the time and shit because I thought the point was to get somewhere, to a truth, a discussion about like what is the case. But I guess it was actually about winning the entire time. It was about winning something the entire time. versus, you know, proclaiming, hey, I found the keys to heaven. Let me tell everyone about it, right? Whatever that is for someone personally, right? I want to tell the world about it, right? Instead of that, it's actually, I just want to win, win against you.
I'll be back.
Like, what?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. But, all right. Let's play. Here we go.
Guest enters as a person and leaves as content. His soul gets processed through the machine and comes out as clips, donations, comments, and audience loyalty. That's why I call it Molochian. Moloch does not create. Moloch consumes.
I thought Moloch was a
takes the living
fucking
thing
owl.
and turns it into output. The child into smoke, the worker into profit, the believer into content, the human soul into fuel for the TikTok live debate. And I know some people will say, well, the guest agreed to go on, and yeah, he did. That is how a lot of rituals work, after all. The offering has to walk into the circle willingly. That is the seduction. That is why this tier is Molochian, and not merely impish. The imp just
They walk him in front of the
screams and
furnace.
bickers. The devouring demon invites and consumes. That is why Deconstruction Zone bothers me. Not because he makes money. I have a Patreon. I understand making money from content. I understand the hustle, and I'm not pretending to be above paying your bills. The problem is the essence of the transaction. The naive person becomes raw material. The believer becomes livestock. The audience pays to watch someone less articulate get farmed. And the black magic works because everyone involved doesn't even realize what's happening. That is the real demonic quality of TikTok debate culture. It denies the unseen world while using the methods of the unseen world to turn a profit.
Just being honest, once again, it's not just, obviously, I don't think he's saying just TikTok, but just to make that very clear, this is quite all over the fucking place when it comes to internet debating type things. You've probably heard shit here within discussions about whatever topic or video where you hear debates within this Discord. Although, typically, it seems like, well, in my opinion, when we're here, it's a lot more organic. Organic. It's not, you know, if somebody like, hey man, no offense to Dubster, but sure, he's embarrassed himself several times. You know, it is what it is. But the point wasn't to embarrass him. It's just that he has a dumb fuck idea he's saying out loud. You know, like, I want to shit on that idea.
Yeah.
I genuinely want to shit on the idea.
His point, though, Dubster's point might be to actually embarrass someone or like utilize their vulnerabilities or something like against them. Like I have seen Dubster do that. Like,
oh yeah, when you question him to a certain, when you push him back into an alley and question him, he starts giggling at the end. Like, okay, you're not.
Yeah, but it's still, it's just, to me, it just like puts a bad taste in my mouth. If you're really going to like use somebody's experience or whatever to try to like embarrass them or humiliate them or like, I don't know. To me, it's just like, ew, get away from me.
Yeah,
so,
it's gross.
That's where I'm at.
And he generally gets embarrassed. Generally, honestly. Well, I'm not saying he may not feel the embarrassment, but on paper, it's like, you're so wrong on this that you are getting destroyed in a way. But all right. Here we go. And just to add, once again, it's not just TikTok, although I don't think he's saying that. I think he's talking about something maybe bigger overall. But he's using TikToks as like the lens to see through it. All right, here we go.
It denies ritual while performing ritual. It denies sacrifice while feeding on human sacrifice. And night after night, live stream after live stream, the furnace continues to get fed. And that's why that tier is the Molochians. The third tier is the vampires. These are the mega streamers. The people who could pull massive live audiences whenever they go on. 10,000 concurrent viewers a night, sometimes even more. Dean
like
Withers is
gamers.
probably the poster boy for this tier.
I was just about to say that guy's name.
Dean began online trying to be some kind of get-rich-quick alpha bro influencer.
Dean Withers? I was just about to say his name, of like the quote-unquote mega streamers that pull in a large audience and they, you know, basically use epistemology to break down who they're talking to. Although, I've had very few experiences of seeing this Dean Withers guy. The main one was probably Nick Fuentes, where he asked him, like, hey, would you kill a baby for God? And Nick's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, would you rape or kill the baby?
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Yes,
which works in a bubble, but like, overall, I don't know enough about the guy, but if I had to guess, that name would be the first name I thought of for that or like Destiny or whoever, right? These guys that debate people.
Fresh and Fit.
Sure. Although theirs is a lot more, young man orientated, not intellectual orientated. It's more
That's
towards
true.
like, hey.
Well, they try to pretend like they are very like foreign policy experts or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fair enough. But all right, here we go.
Sometimes even more. Dean Withers is probably the poster boy for this tier. From what I can tell, Dean began online trying to be some kind of get-rich-quick alpha bro influencer guru.
Holy, Elliot
While you guys
Rogers.
are
Really?
home sitting on your ass.
Really?
I just took a private jet out to LA with $1 million.
Elliot Rogers.
Rental passenger seats in a coach duffel bag. Couple grand in the lap. I'm about to go drop it at Louis Vuitton.
Really?
My dream life. What are you doing?
Is this a 15-year-old?
What a fucking, I'm sorry. And this is me at 15 would be like, what a fucking tool bag. Me at 15 would say that. So to be fair, as me as an older man now, I'm still going to say this guy, that's some tool bag shit you're doing right now. And I remember shit like that, but I didn't see it from kids. I saw it from ads you'd get on YouTube with the guy with the glasses. Like, yeah, man, look where I'm living, right? I'm in the fucking,
Look at my
Bahamas.
Bugatti.
Yeah, or I'm at my mansion right now, or what's his name? David Seaman. Remember that guy? I don't know if you remember that guy. He ran for office, right? He was on the Joe Rogan podcast way back in the day with Abby Martin, right? And he's viewed, he's a guy who's sensible about politics. He's running for office, right? And then he went to Pizzagate type stuff, the 2016 era Pizzagate and conspiracies and the Clinton body count and all that stuff. But he was doing it from hey guys, check where I'm at. He's at some sort of exclusive hotel or a nice car or some hot chick in the background thing. I'm like, yo, what is this? And you find out he wrote an article in what were they called? Ariana Huffington, right? Huffington Post. But it wasn't paid journalists for them. It was more so you paid to have your shit kind of there in a opinion part. And the idea was hey, how to get famous was basically the core of the idea. And he was doing shit like this. Or it's showcasing basically how much money you have, whether they show money or not, right? Whether they Floyd Mayweather their money or not. Hey, look where I'm at, look at my location, look at the girls I'm hanging out with, right? And it's you're doing the thing you wrote an article about whatever years ago. I'm damn, that's fucking crazy. That is crazy. But that shit apparently was working on people. Although that guy just ended up disappearing, basically.
Yeah. That's what Andrew Tate kind of does, right? With his Hustlers University and kind of the Bugattis and the girls and
he probably took
OnlyFans accounts.
He probably took it to another level, honestly. Versus,
yeah. Well, I think that's the logical conclusion of that kind of that's where that's going to end. If that's kind of if you're okay with kind of exploiting anyone and everyone around you for profit for yourself, right?
Yeah. Now, going back to the Dean Withers guy, once again, kids, I've done stupid shit when I was younger. He can do stupid shit when he's younger, but the thing is, what was the transition from this to now I'm debating politics to take down the right or whatever he does, right? To take down the haters, the bigots, whatever the fuck the idea might be, right? How'd you go from there to here without learning a very stark life lesson? Where's that at? Because you don't want that on camera, most likely. So, what happened in between these two events?
Yeah.
And I never heard this before, so this is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and why don't people ask about that? That's bothers me. It's how come there's no questioning? Because you can kind of just act like none of that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know enough of his audience and his content to be yeah, sure, this guy.
No, but I mean, he goes
day,
on
but yeah,
breaking points and stuff, right? He's still he talks to other journalists, right? He's kind of he's taken seriously a little bit.
He did the surrounded thing, right? The Jubilee surrounded thing. He did one of those, debating MAGA. And it's why does how this guy go? Got the Edley. How do you go from this to now he's a voice of authority on certain topics for certain amounts of people? Quite bizarre, I would say at the very least. But let's hear where you go. Here we go. Let's hear it. I'm
Living
rich, bro.
Life. What are you doing? Nothing.
It's like Elliot
That
Rodgers.
didn't work out, so he pivoted into political debate content, especially debating Trump supporters. And whether you like him or not, that pivot worked. He struck oil.
I'm gonna say it, bro. Dude, the only reason why you support this shit is because you're racist. Absolutely. 100.
Racist?
Yes, racist. You heard me. Do I need to spell it out for you?
Because I like Americans?
Oh, wait. If you liked Americans, then you'd support mass amnesty because it would lead to better material conditions for Americans by making the economy better.
The whole thing is basically an inverse of Charlie Kirk, except he's smart enough to do it from his own bedroom without ever taking off his pajamas. Charlie Kirk went to college campuses and let teenagers challenge him at a folding table. Dean does the digital version. He sits on TikTok Live and pulls in poorly prepared conservatives, Trump supporters, and random people or anyone else willing to be publicly humiliated. Tens of thousands of people tune in, donate, cheer, and feel like they're participating in politics, when really they're witnessing a human sacrifice. Now, the vampire
I
tier
like
is
this
different from
video,
the
bro.
others
I like
because
this.
the scale changes the nature of the thing. At a certain size, the streamer is not just embarrassing
Skyrim?
random people. He's feeding an entire audience's appetite for humiliation. The audience is not there to learn or enrich themselves. They're there to watch someone from the enemy tribe get slaughtered. This is why I call them vampires. They feed on the vitality of mentally weaker people. They need the other person to be foolish, angry, unprepared, emotional, or socially awkward. They need an offering. The content depends on that asymmetry. One person knows the format, knows the audience, knows the rhythm, the monetization structure, and how to win inside the arena they've built. The other person is just some random person on a Friday night who thinks they're having a debate, but they are not. They're walking into a room designed to eat them alive. And again, I'm not saying every person who debates online is evil, and I'm not saying nobody should argue and that debate has no value. Debate can be useful when both parties understand the frame, both parties are competent and actually trying to clarify something and reach a middle ground. That is not what goes on TikTok Live.
Are trans women women?
Yes.
Would you marry a trans woman?
No, because my girlfriend is not a trans woman and I'd only marry my girlfriend.
Dude, if you were single,
I mean, if that's real, I say good for you, man. But is it real? Is it? That's sort of credit. Hey, if that's real, in words like, "Oh, that's fucking beautiful. You found your one," right? But if it's not real, that's like, ugh. That's, the decaying body, parts falling off type shit. And just the way he answered it and the snappiness of the answer, I'm like, this sounds more like prepared debate shit than it is like human shit, right? Of like who you are as a person. But I can't say I know, right? I can't say I know. All right, here we go.
On TikTok Live.
Oh, also shout out to Judith Butler, who said she wants to debate Matt Walsh on What is a Woman. So I don't know why he's dodging her, but
yeah, stop running,
Matt Walsh, step up, step the fuck up. She's ready.
Yeah, shave that beard off too. See your chin line, bro. Pause.
No, she was like, she welcomes that question. She's like, yeah, it's a complicated question. Let's talk about it. I love it. Yep, there you go. But she's like, but I don't think he wants to talk to me. I'm like, probably.
Yeah. Like, actually, I would love that discussion.
Me too.
To hear that, or even to be a part of it, I would love that. But not this.
And she's
blood
evolved
sport
a lot. And no. And she's evolved a lot, even like in her idea or their idea of gender ideology or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting discussion, I think.
That'd be very interesting. Yeah, I would love to use that as like a backdrop for, rambling and spouting my own ideas out loud. That'd be a decent.
Yeah, she was on Current Affairs with Nate Robinson or whatever recently. She's talking about stuff, and she was like, "Yeah, she's like, I love Matt Walsh's question. Like, what is a woman?" She's like, "I've been talking about that my entire life. Like, let's discuss it." It's like, I'm not like, there's no just solid definition. Let's talk about it. I think that is a much better way to handle that than being like, oh, he's a bigot, I don't want to talk to him. It's like, it doesn't, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
This is one of those moments where I need prop come back. I need him to do like, Nathan J. Robinson here. I need him to like do the voice and everything. I need that shit, bro.
Shout out to Ram Branch. All right.
That'd be absolutely hilarious. All right, let's hear this. Here we go.
And reach a middle ground. That is not what goes on TikTok Live.
Are trans women women?
Yes.
Would you marry a trans woman?
No, because my girlfriend is not a trans woman, and I'd only marry my girlfriend.
It sounds like a pre-recorded answer.
Let's just say it that way.
I'm sorry. That's literally logically impossible. I'm sorry. I couldn't even imagine a hypothetical where I live without my girlfriend.
Bro.
That sounds so fake.
Okay, before you met your
Like he's using it as a defense.
Before I met my girlfriend, there was no before I met my girlfriend.
If your girlfriend was trans.
Before I met my girlfriend, like what? I'm sorry. What? Dude, that's like saying before the universe existed, because she's my universe. Yeah. Hypothetically, Dean, would you do this thing before?
Girl, you better run.
What the fuck? Well, that's incomprehensible. What could that possibly mean?
I know it's sped up and they're doing quick cuts, but it still screams not so genuine. But I don't know. To be fair to them, like I'm not gonna judge his own personal relationship life and all that stuff. And that's hey man, if you're really Romeo like that, and hey, there is no other world other than her. Okay, fair enough.
That's a lot of pressure to put on somebody, though, Jordan, to say that she is where my universe begins and ends. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, whoa, hold on. Like,
it could be.
It's a bit much.
It could be, unless she feels the same way, right? Then it's like perfect. Now it's perfect.
Fair enough.
I say fair enough in that direction. Like, hopefully it's like that for this Dean guy.
Yeah.
But if he's lying, even the inkling lying, quite disgusting, quite gross, for the sake of winning internet debate argument things, all for that. Like, okay, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, hopefully it's real, and his girlfriend got a sharp, warmy sun feeling in her heart when she heard, like, oh my god, he said that about me. Oh god.
As she's tied up in the basement at gagged. Just kidding.
Fucking hell.
Just kidding. Sorry. Go ahead.
Does he call him? Okay, I see closed caption here. Does he call him Deanie? That'd be hilarious. Deanie, little Deanie, come on, talk to me, Deanie. That'd be hilarious. I appreciate shit talking too, man. I can't help it. I appreciate shit talking in a debate. But all right, here we go.
This thing before the universe existed. What the fuck? Well, that's incomprehensible. What could that possibly mean?
Deanie, weenie, chickanini. Why don't you just hypothetically answer the hypothetical question?
Oh yeah, because I just simply think it's a logically impossible hypothetical to be the case. And on a real note, clearly that's rage bait. I just refuse to engage in hypotheticals that posit I'm like with somebody other than my girlfriend. I find that to be a little bit disrespectful.
Most.
Well, Dean, you could just be like, well, you're my soulmate. Okay, yeah, fine. I'm in. It's simple. But he could be like, well, but I think I found my soulmate already. Like, it's her over there. Boom. Simple, easily done, Dean. Even in debate bro world, easy answer to produce if you're just being authentic.
Yeah, but if that person is his soulmate, whether or not she used to have a dick or not wouldn't matter, right? It's like that's still I don't know.
There you go.
Like, oh yeah.
Actually,
like whether or not like if it's still the same person, it wouldn't matter. So
I think me and James thought of I don't know if it was a sketch or it was just a hypothetical that was brought up. And it was the idea of, you've been with this girl for 8 years, you want to marry her, and then the day before you propose, she's like, listen, I have a penis. I don't know how that happens. Like, maybe no sex happening at all, right? It was just whatever. And you find out, like, oh, she has a penis. It's like, what do you do? Right? It was like a kind of, comical style thing, I guess, kind of.
Yeah. Well, see, the main thing is it's like, well, I would prefer the person didn't lie to me, right? Because that's the only thing where it's like, well, I don't really like that, but if I can get over that, it's like, and if you really like everything else, although I would have a problem with the lying. I just don't like that, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's say they didn't lie. Just like, I am a woman. Like, let's say that they were just going that direction and they never had sex, so thus you never find out, right? And they just don't disclose it until, a certain day they want to disclose it or say it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you can say, I don't like penises, but I love that person, though. I love them, though.
Yeah.
Go there. Why? That's not a bad answer. Why can't you say that, right?
I feel like that's the simple answer, right? Because if it's still the same person that he's with right now, that's his universe, and like it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you can lie to everyone but yourself. So thus, when you're like, oh my god, you have a penis, I'm breaking up with you. I'm out of here. But you're still thinking about that person. Like, man, it was so awesome with him. Everything was awesome.
Yeah.
So that's like, you can lie to yourself and destroy your own life if you want to. But like, it is what it is.
Or I mean, some people would say like, "Oh, that person, like I have permission to kill that person now," because
yeah,
there's also like that crowd. So
yeah, there is.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
a lame life is not worth living. But all right, here we go. Let's apply. Here we go.
TikTok debate culture is not a search for truth. It's a machine producing domination rituals, a cybernetic gladiatorial arena with a fixed outcome. That's why it feels demonic. Not because there's literal red little imps flying around the ByteDance headquarters, although at this point I wouldn't be shocked. It feels demonic because it takes real human spiritual energy and degrades it into spectacle and money. It takes theology, politics, morality, suffering, war, God, death, poverty, race, sex, and the meaning of life, and then turns all of it into panel slots. It does not elevate the people who are involved. It makes them worse. The imps become more pathetic. The Malachians become more manipulative. And the vampires become more addicted to feeding on blood. And the audience becomes more spiritually numb. That's the real problem. The viewer thinks they're watching arguments, but what they are actually consuming is contempt. They're training themselves to enjoy watching people be cornered, embarrassed, mocked, and drained. And after enough time, that becomes your worldview. You stop wanting truth, and you start wanting sacrifice. You stop asking whether someone is right, and you start asking whether they got cooked. So to summarize this video, TikTok debate culture is demonic because it cloaks itself in a veil of educational content while existing only to dominate, humiliate, and turn people into profit.
Okay.
Existing only.
Okay. I
Wait, what were the 3 levels? There's Imp, Malachian, and what?
And the vampire. Yeah.
Oh, vampire. Okay, my bad. I was in another window, I guess.
Fair enough. On the surface, I view this video as fucking excellent. I think this is actually excellent. And I don't say that too often. I view this as actually excellent. An examination of things that people engage in, or they may not realize their actual attraction to the extravaganza happening in front of them on their screens, right? Or even in person too. Like, it doesn't go away because it's on the internet, or just TikTok, right? It could be happening anywhere. So on those grounds, absolutely excellent video of just simple observations, but putting it in a comical and poetic term and video essay style, right? I think that's dope. That's fucking dope. Once again, I don't know what's his name again? I'm sorry. Broken Ruune. I don't know him, right? I don't know his content, but this video alone is fucking excellent. It can get worse, right? If I find out more about this guy's character, I'm like, oh, okay, he's doing it for some weird reason, right? Where it kind of turns you off. But if all is genuine and all is well-meaning here, fucking excellent. In fact, I wish movies would use it's like this style of conversation on an abstract level. Like, I'd want more of that. So kudos to him. The Broken Ruune. Yeah, that I can't. What do I say? I don't have anything to say to disagree with. I think patently obvious what we see out there with bloodsport from TikTok or YouTube or Twitter or any of these things. So yeah, and honestly, it needs to be heard by regular audience members for their own sake, right? You should be if you're a big fan of YellBro, you should be questioning me nonstop of my motives. What am I doing? Yada yada yada. You can have intuitions of I trust them or I don't trust them, but still be vigilant in regards to be a citizen vigilante, if you will, of what happens here or any other channel. Like, please, like, be critically thinking no matter what. So, but I can't put down the video at all. I don't see any real negatives on the surface, at least, right? But I'll leave it there. There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree. Let it be known in the comment section what you think. And don't be afraid to be like, hey, man, I fell for something, because I have too. I've fell for shit in the past. 100% of like where I believe someone's like this, like, oh, they're trying to like help you, right? They're projecting a sense of I'm trying to help you type thing from the commentator, whether it's TV or internet or whatever the fuck, right? So yeah, be honest with yourself and honest about what you're looking at, and obviously question anything you can get your fucking hands on, right? But let it be known in the comment section. Don't forget to share support. Hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We're in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome. And yes, if you join and you say something that someone else doesn't like out loud, you will get pushback. Not in a bloodsporty way. Like, we do this shit with or without recording it. Like, it happens anyways. So please.
And you'll be offered a cup of tea.
Oh my god.
And some biscuits.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. No, like I said, diverse amount of ideas here, from entertainment to politics to all of it. So if you want to join, please join up if you feel like. And yes, it's free. I mean, go to my Patreon and you can join the Discord if you give me $5 a month on my Patreon. Now, please join up if you feel like. And everything I showed you, which is just this video, will be linked for you to look at on your own. I think it's a very interesting video. And in fact, once again, unless this guy has some weird shit that I don't know about, Broken Ruune, if he has some weird shit that I don't know about him, right? I'd say tell me first. If you know about it, tell me in the comment section. But if there's nothing there, if it's just like, oh, it's a genuine guy just making video essay artwork, talking about the world he sees around him, I'd say, hey, man, maybe share it with someone else. I think it's worthy just to put the question in someone's mind of like, what am I watching? Why am I attracted to it? Why am I so like gun-ho for it? All right? Those are worthy questions. So thus I'd be like, yo, actually share this video. But you can find the link for it in the description box at your own volition. Most importantly, with all that said, after I'm done rambling, give this video a thumbs down.
For your branch.
Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up for some team.
See, you see the pink logo there and the Mr. X logo there? They sabotage my work. Listen to me and me only. Give this video a thumbs down. Wee.